In January, I got this text on my phone.
I wanted to see if you would help me with SmartWorks.
SmartWorks, yeah.
Right? And so there we were, having tea.
I remember walking into Kensington Palace and I was so excited.
Celebrate that we have made this happen. Congratulations, Eve.
Congratulations to you.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. You're fired. Meghan and Harry fired 15 staff at Buckingham Palace. They closed down the Buckingham Palace office completely. This is Meghan Markle and Edward Enninful. They switched hats. Meghan was wearing the silver hat and Edward was wearing the red hat, and then they switched them off. Okay, so Edward Enninful he's the Vogue guy. He's the top Vogue guy, very famous. She posted this clip on Instagram the same day as the firings. Is this a let them eat cake moment? I mean, she just doesn't care. Is that the message she's sending? Or, you know, I don't know. We have to look. She was reportedly told not to post this Instagram for a long time. This is a very old Instagram. It's like a year old. It reminds viewers that her Vogue issue was not a smash success. It outs Meghan in the beginning. You can see if you rewatch the clip, or maybe you caught it the first time. Meghan contacted Vogue. Vogue didn't contact Meghan, okay, because Edward says that. He says, you know, I was really surprised when you contacted me. And because it was, you know, they had to slash the price in the UK, and so I think it was and they went with Taylor Swift in the US Vogue edition for the cover. So I think it was probably one of the least successful, you know, royal Vogues like ever. So that's, you know, and she could have just gone the other way. She could have just, you know, put her face on the photo instead of being all, you know, social justice-y. Just put her face on the photo, do a spread, a layout of herself and Harry and Archie and what it's like to live in the royal family, and you know, and she could have even thrown some digs in there, and that would have been a huge seller because people are incredibly interested in Meghan and Harry and what their life is like, and she didn't reveal any of that. All right, so let's start with the 15 staff fired from Buckingham Palace. Are Meghan and Harry feeling broke? It's very expensive keeping an entire staff in the UK if you're never going to return there. So are they feeling broke? Are they worried about money? Let's just start with that. Are they feeling broke? Are they worried about money? 10 hearts. Couple of 10s. What's that? There's devil showing. What's the devil doing there? All right, are they feeling broke? 10 hearts is the most emotional card. So we have a couple of 10s, 2 10s. It's done. It's over. It's done. Butterfly, public, very light. Home and family, very emotional about the family and their public perception, working everything together. A very carefully calculated move with the fox. 10 diamonds, royal family, many hands, direct action, committed to direct action among the many people in the royal family, and selfish, committed to selfish direct action. So they're only thinking about themselves. They're only thinking about themselves. We have the man. This could be Harry. This can be Harry or direct action. This can be Meghan. So we have a king and a queen. We can have Harry and Meghan. There's no Archie showing up. Where in the world is Archie? How come we never see Archie? We just saw pictures of them coming off the plane in Vancouver. It's 44 degrees. They're dressed like they were just in the California sunshine. which they were just at Stanford. Where's Archie? We didn't see Archie. We should see, Meghan and Archie should never be separated, obviously. Meghan and Archie should never be separated. And Harry should rarely be separated from Archie. But Harry, role-wise, he may have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more autonomy than Meghan. But Meghan should certainly never be separated from Archie. And certainly, photographically, never separated from Archie. They should always be together. Meghan and Archie should always be together. And we never see Archie. Okay. So are they feeling broke? There's no broke here. They're not feeling broke. They're feeling selfish. They're feeling that this is a clever business move. They're feeling emotional. This is a business move, a cold-hearted business move, and very selfish. They're not broke. They're not feeling broke at all. 10 diamonds is the best money card. It's the best money card. Another great money card is a 4 diamonds. So they're not feeling broke. They're not feeling broke at all. Meghan is an infamous bridge burner. She rejected her entire family, all except for Doria. She rejected, she cut off Piers Morgan. She cut off her father very famously. Is Meghan burning all the bridges back to the royals for herself and Harry? Is this a further isolation strategy? Okay, obviously Meghan is working a huge isolation strategy on Harry. Harry has been alienated sort of intentionally from all of his family, from all of his friends. Now he's been removed from England and he's in Canada. No, he's not in Canada. Now he's in the U.S. and no one knows where he is. He's like on the run now. But I did see that he was keeping in touch with people through social media. Has Meghan burned? Is this Meghan, the firing of the 15 people, the ending of the entire Buckingham Palace staff? Frogmore's closed. Buckingham Palace staff is all fired. It's no more. Is this Meghan burning all of the bridges back for Harry? Nine diamonds. Because, Meghan could literally be called, like, Meghan Bridge Burner. Meghan the Bridge Burner. She burns all her bridges. That's kind of, she cuts you off. You can't cut her off. You're not firing me. I'm quitting. I'm Meghan Markle. That's kind of her behavior. And she fires people, like she fired her whole family and they didn't want to be fired. They weren't like trying to fire her or anything. She just fired her whole family. Like, you're fired, to her whole family. Is this her burning bridges for Harry? 9 diamonds, 5 diamonds. It's a pattern. It's a scheme. Permanent cross. I'm going to take a drink of water. All right, so we have 12 and 9, 21, 6 hearts. The permanent, communicating about the permanent family consistently. Okay, message, disastrous message. Okay, this is the end of this foundation. This is burning the bridge. Message, sending the message to burn, to destroy this bridge back. 22, to these 15 people. To these 15 staffers. So, yeah, she is, on the surface, she's like, so underneath, this is burning the bridge. She is burning the bridge. Okay. What is she doing on top? She is talking about moving forward with her family. This is all about we're moving into the future with our family. So she actually is burning that. She's burning the bridges. And so it is an isolation strategy. She's constantly working an isolation strategy. So if this is happening to you in your life, you should probably run. You don't want anybody isolating you from your family and friends That's very, very dangerous and unhealthy. Okay, so in the past, has Meghan succeeded in cutting Harry off from his family? Because I was just reading recently that even though he's been moved to another continent and then moved to another continent, moved from Canada to America, and we don't know where he is, I did see that Harry was communicating online and stuff. So has she now succeeded, because I've heard this through the grapevine, has Meghan now succeeded in cutting Harry off from communicating with his family? Because I have understood, I've seen that he was communicating with his family. So she cut him off from communicating with his family. Because it's very important that he keeps that open. Because, the family will be a voice of reason. They'll say, they can talk to Harry, and she offered, a price, pay me this much money and I'll leave Harry. They need to be telling him this stuff. Okay, so has she succeeded in cutting off his contact from his family? Big change, roses this direction, 3 dimes. She's working everything together in this direction to change everything. She's working everything together. She's kind of in control of everything. Lovers, everything revealed, and this can be lying or renewal or transformation. 10, 11, 3 clubs. 3 clubs is the communication card. 3 blackbirds, they're very vocal. So the close relationship has changed everything. She's definitely changed everything. She's changed everything. She's affecting everything. But there's no breaking cards here. The communication is not cut off. She's changed everything. I would go along the lines that there's a lot of gaslighting going on. Meghan is writing her own narrative, and that's why a narcissist will cut you off. They'll cut you off so they can feed you and tell you whatever they want you to believe. Okay, and that's called gaslighting. So she is doing that. She's gaslighting him. His relationship with his family has radically changed, but he's not cut off. There's no cutting off cards. So she's working the gaslighting strategy on him, but she's not been able to cut him off. That's good. Okay, so she posted this Edward Innenfull thing with the hats, with the silly hats, the same day as the 15 fired. Is she just trying to change it to a positive narrative? Like everything is great. Look over here. Look over here. I'm Meghan. We're having a great time. This is a lot of fun. I know this post is a year old, but everything is fine. Everything is wonderful. Or is this a let them eat cake moment? I couldn't care less that 15 people have lost their jobs. Their families may go hungry. They're just going to have to figure it out. Life is tough. Is this a let them eat cake moment, or is this, I'm changing the narrative, look over here, we're just having fun over here? Snake. Magi. All right, what are we looking at? Let them eat cake, I couldn't care less about you, or, just changing the narrative. Magi, manifesting, foundation. The snake is very sneaky and very vengeful and very far-seeing. 25, 31, 8 clubs, city. $31, 8 clubs. So this is a vengeful card. This is a manifesting card. So there are some ugly circumstances. Those 15 people were let go. But as I understand it, they were given like a month's notice. They were given notice that they were being let go a month later, and the date was this date. Okay, February 15th. So maybe they had a month and a half notice. No, because they released the Instagram in January, so they would have had like a month's notice. And I could look up the exact date, but I'll bet you anything it's like January 15th, where they were cut from the royal family, was like January 15th. And that was the Queen's decision, so they gave them like a month's notice. And in that month, obviously, you can find a job. And that's the whole point. You can find your next gig and keep the money flowing in. So, okay, this is a cruelty card. I'm trying to figure out if she's being cruel or if she's just trying to change the narrative. Let's look at what's underneath. Crossroads, ruler, okay, and city. The whole world. This is 21:26. Finger of God reaches down and changes things. Decision, taking control in the world. Snake. There is cruelty here. I'm trying to figure out if she's being cruel. There is cruelty, but there's manifesting a foundation. Okay, she is changing the, okay, so taking control, manifesting. Yeah, so underneath, she is trying to just distract people from what's going on, and that's a bad decision. She's trying to distract people from what's going on. She doesn't want them to focus on the fact that 15 people just got fired. Are Meghan and Harry struggling to stay relevant? Okay, they're posting all these old photos. This is like a year old almost. Okay, and it reminds people that her Vogue issue was probably the least successful Vogue issue ever done by a royal. Okay, so are they just trying to... And Meghan is controlling the Instagram, let's be honest. Okay, Harry has no input on that Instagram. And no one else does either. So, is she just trying to stay relevant? She's struggling to stay relevant because she wants to keep her face in front of you. Struggling to stay relevant. The yes card there. Plus, you know, we didn't see any pics from JP Morgan. There was one pic, and people are saying it's a fake. You know, it's from somewhere else, and they just reposted it. Okay, so are they struggling to stay relevant? Karmic relationship, solid foundation, working the solid foundation, 10, 13, 4 hearts, 2 foundation cards, 4s. This is just the plan. This is just constantly stay in your face. Okay, Scourge, they just want to be in your face. They want to be in your face. That's, the foundation is public awareness. We're always in your face. There's always news stories on us. Or we're posting an Instagram which creates news stories. Angel, veil, straight razor. Hidden, the veil's very hidden. 8 and 11, 19, 5 clubs. She wants a good image. She really wants a good image. She's trying to turn her image around. Meghan doesn't feel that her and Harry's image are very good, and they're linked, obviously. So until they're divorced, her image is linked to Harry, and maybe always will be linked to Harry. So she's a little bit worried about her image. There's no desperation there. This is a plan. This is the plan that is being carried out. There's no desperation of trying to stay relevant. This is just how, this is her plan, and she's carrying out her plan. And I think we've seen in past instances where Meghan just follows through with her plan. You know, she was all social justice, and man, it really wasn't working, and she carried it out until they kicked her out of the royal family. That's how bad it was not working. She never dialed it back. She never was like, oh, all this crazy things that are coming out of my mouth are not really working out for me. Maybe I should close my mouth. She never did that. She just kept pushing it further. So she's somebody who really follows her plan, which is in some senses good, but you have to be flexible. Okay, are they broke? They fired these 15 people. Is it because they're worried about money? No, they're not worried about money at all. They're not worried about money at all. It's just a very cold-hearted, clever, this is a very cold-hearted decision. They don't care about them at all. They just don't care. And they don't, almost like they don't care how it looks. This is just emotional. Yeah. It's all about me and my family. It's all about me and my family. And it's just, you know, they're not worried about the 15 people. Is Meghan burning bridges? Okay, Meghan is a huge bridge burner. Is she trying to burn all the bridges and completely isolate Harry? Underneath, in the hidden situation, that's absolutely what she's doing. She's trying to completely destroy that foundation and plant a new one. She's completely destroying his foundation with the royals. On the surface, it's just us now, Harry. We're strengthening the family. You know, we're going forward into the future together. Until she decides to leave. Okay, has Meghan succeeded in cutting off all communication with Harry's family? She's gaslighting him. She's not cut it off. He's maintaining some communication with his family, but she's able to control the narrative into his brain because she has access to him. Is this an eat cake moment, or is she just trying to change the narrative? There is cruelty showing, but she's really trying to take control of what people believe and see. So this goes along the lines of, you know, anybody who posts anything negative about Meghan, whether it's true or not, the truth is the most offensive negative news. Okay, if you look at the leftists, the truth is completely irrelevant. They don't care about the truth, and they get really upset. They're like, the truth is offensive, and that's what she's doing. Yes, this is bad news, and it is completely true, but she wants to control the narrative. That's what these kings are. The ruler and the magi are very much in control and manifestors. Okay, so is she trying to stay relevant, or is she, you know, she's posting all this old stuff? She's worried about her image. She is worried about her image, but this is really the plan. This is the plan. They establish presence on social media, and they maintain that presence. And this is part of maintaining that social media presence, because that's what they do. They're public figures. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe.